We said the same thing in the 70s. This is just going to keep going no matter what. And if I look at it, I say, okay, in the 50s, we kind of had this discovery phase. We first found oil in North Dakota, and we started pumping it out. Found out it was too expensive, and it was easier to drill and cheaper to drill in other states. So we kind of abandoned the play. In the 80s, it was a price thing. The prices went up. We started drilling like crazy. Prices went down, and everybody left. What can it be on the downside of this boom cycle? Will it be price? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, if you look at global economists, if you look at consumption increases, if you look at the declining value production of oil in Russia and in Norway and Saudi Arabia, all those plays are declining. So supplies are tightening up, prices are going up. Seems like price isn't going to be the issue here in the United States versus the rest of the world. But does price make a difference between North Dakota and Oklahoma? That's the question. And the other thing we have is regulatory problems. What if the Environmental Protection Agency in Washington puts a moratorium on hydraulic fracturing? 90% of our new wells are drilled using hydraulic fracturing. If we can't drill new wells in North Dakota, we see our revenues drop dramatically. There's tax regulation or tax legislation proposed in Washington, D.C. today that would change the definition of an independent contractor or independent oil company. You've got the big, fully integrated national companies that the BPs of the world that drill for oil, refine it, sell it in their gas station, all those folks. But you have the independents, all of whom are in North Dakota, and they drill for oil and send it off to the big guys. So they're different, and they're taxed differently. Now, if Washington would raise the taxes to those independent oil companies, what they're talking about, 30%. So if those oil companies had a 30% less return, how does that affect production in North Dakota? It's not just price. I feel reasonably secure on the price, but there are a lot of other things that can affect it, and not the least of which is when you move out of the discovery phase into the production phase. Where is it economically most feasible for those guys to drill the wells? We want it to be here in North Dakota. We want them drilling here.